What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City watch-along in the Premier League. Today we're going to be covering the match between Manchester City and Brighton and Hove Albion. Before we crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then make sure you do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. We are aiming for 15,000 subscribers. We're less than 200 away. In fact, we're only 125 subscribers away from that goal. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. And it would be nice to hit the 14,900 mark on this live stream if possible. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. So if you are watching this and you haven't subscribed, then please do subscribe. Social media links there in the description below and also on the banner just below me too if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too and on the banner as well if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Leave a thumbs up on this live stream if you do enjoy this live stream. Once more, we are aiming for at least 100 likes. Any help towards that would be much appreciated by me. And lastly, let me know your thoughts throughout all of this live stream on the live chat, or if you are watching this after the game, then do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So, Manchester City taking on Brighton and Hove Albion. Premier League back. I'm happy with that. Midweek game, it is an early kickoff, 6 PM kickoff time here in the United Kingdom. It's been very rush for me today. I finished work around 4:15. By the time I've got back, got everything sorted. I mean, I'm literally made my tea and I've got my tea ready and waiting here for me to eat. So if I eat during this live stream, then I apologise. I am extremely hungry at this moment in time, so everything's been really rushed. But I did say a couple of videos ago, my transfer updates, that it would be hit and miss as to whether I'd actually be doing a live stream for this game. 4:15 is just about the boundary of me finishing work for me to get a live stream. I had everything scheduled and sorted, so I wanted to get a live stream out there for everybody, and so I have. And so, yeah, I apologise why I was a couple of minutes late, just trying to get everything set up and just rushing around. So I'm hoping that we've managed to get everything. I haven't forgot anything, and I do hope that people do enjoy me. I've been that rushed, I've not even had a chance to look at the teams for this game just yet. So, who have we got in the live chat at this moment in time? So we've got Andrew tuning in. So hello, Andrew, thank you for tuning in. We've got Adam tuning in once more as well. That's much appreciated, going for a 4-0 win to Manchester City. That would be nice. We've also got Javid tuning in once more. So he's got a burning question. If we don't get Haaland, which striker would you like to see come into Manchester City? That is a good question, actually. Thinking off the top of my head, I would probably go for, if someone like Kylian Mbappe wasn't available, I would probably be tempted to go for either Patson Daka for being a cheaper option if we can get him on a good deal. If we want to spend a lot of money, then I'd probably go for Harry Kane. So it's a bit of a difficult one. I'd say Haaland is probably the most affordable of the top-range category strikers, if I'm completely honest. It's a very good question at this early stage of the live stream. So thank you for that, Javid. Also going for 5-0 to Manchester City. So I do like that. We've got I Am God tuning in. We've got Daniel as well going for 3-0 to Manchester City. Clarksman tuning in once more as well. That's much appreciated. Malvin as well. Thank you for tuning in. Lava Boy as well here early. Love to see that. Clarksman going for 5-0 to Manchester City. We've got Asim, the JSGC member, tuning in as well. Big shout out to you. He's would like to see Joao Felix. It's a good shout. I just don't see Atletico Madrid selling him, if I'm completely honest. But yes, he's thinking that we have 2 games in hand was an advantage, as we can hopefully get 12 to 14 points from our games against the last 6. I presume the next 6 games. What we're looking at, or do you mean the last 6 games of the season? Not too sure which one you're on about there, but I am hoping that looking at the run of fixtures that Manchester City have got coming up, that we can get a little bit of momentum going. We've already started to get that momentum now, so I'm hoping that we can really pick up some really good results is what I'm hoping for. And we've got Smith Soccer News tuning in, not a problem. Thank you for tuning in anyway. Your view and coming on here. Hope you've left a thumbs up, by the way. If you have, then that is much appreciated. We've got Jedi as well tuning in as well. I'm very well, thank you. How are you? It's been very rush this afternoon for me, but we are here. Lava Boy going for 5-0 to Manchester City. Jedi going for 4-0 to Manchester City. And Clarksman saying KDB going as a false 9. You know what? I'm going to go on to the One Football app. and I am going to have a look at the Manchester City team, because I've been that rushed. I haven't actually had a chance to see what team Manchester City are going for. So here we are on the One Football app. So the lineup for Manchester City today. So it's Ederson in goal, Cancelo right back, Zinchenko left back, going with a great centre back partnership of John Stones and Ruben Dias once more. Two holding midfielders, Rodri and Ilkay Gundogan. We've got Bernardo Silva potentially playing ahead of them, or either De Bruyne playing ahead of them. It looks like, according to One Football, it's going to be Bernardo Silva through the middle, Phil Foden on the left, Riyad Mahrez on the right, and Kevin De Bruyne through the middle. It could be Bernardo through the middle, it could be Mahrez through the middle, it could be Foden through the middle. Man City packing that midfield. Obviously, Sergio Aguero cannot play in this game because he's currently isolated after being in contact with somebody with coronavirus. And so the bench for Manchester City today reads Benjamin Mendy, Kyle Walker, Gabriel Jesus, Luke Mbete, Raheem Sterling, Taylor Harwood-Bellis, Ferran Torres, Fernandinho, and Zack Steffen. So that's really interesting, that one, if I'm completely honest. Gabriel Jesus making it onto the bench but not into the team. Not too sure why. If he's fit to go, I'd have thought he'd have been playing in this game. So there we go. I'm not too sure if I can make much sense out of that one, but there we are. Brighton's team for this game, they've gone with Sanchez in goal, Webster, Duncan, Burn at the back, Propper and White through the middle, Fernandez and Veltman as wing backs there, Mac Allister and Tau going through the middle, and Trossard leading the line there for Brighton, and Hove Albion on the bench for them. They've got March, Walton, Kadra, Jenks, Gross, Sanders, Weir, Zequiri, and Neal Maupay as well. I'm surprised Neal Maupay isn't starting in this game, if I'm completely honest, but there we go. Countdown to kickoff, 19 minutes to go. We've gone through the teams there. If I'm completely honest for this game, I think this is going to be not a tight game. I think this is going to be a very... not a classic game. I'm trying to think of the word here. I think it's going to be a bit of a boring game, is what I reckon. I reckon it's probably going to be quite a close, like a 2-0 Manchester City. So I'm going for 2-0 to Manchester City. That is my score prediction for this game. Bit conservative, bit withdrawn, but that's going off that team is what I reckon would happen. But you never know. City might blitz Brighton. They might be struggling to cope and being unpredictable with Manchester City, not really prepared properly for them, and then get annihilated. So we'll have to wait and see. Asim going for 4-0 to Manchester City. It's a work day, so no beer tonight, unfortunately, but we will be back with that at the weekend. Smith Soccer News, things I like to see there. We'll be staying tuned for that, so I'm looking forward to that. Moni Fernandez, thank you for tuning in. Hello, I hope you are well. Going for 4-0 to Manchester City. So I'm loving the optimism on this fine evening for everybody. So yeah, thank you everyone for leaving all them thoughts in the comments below. So I'm just going to get everything else set up for what's happening with this live stream. I mean, I've not even had a chance. I'm that behind. I've not even had a chance to put out my own tweet to advertise the live stream as well. So I will definitely put that link out in just 1 second. So if you just bear with me whilst I just sort out all of this stuff. Yeah, we'll go from there. I'm just having a look on Twitter, seeing if there's anything else really to talk about before we start this live stream and get on with the game. There we go. Just reading about Aymeric Garcia, which I'll cover more on my transfer update for tomorrow. So just having a look at the reaction. I'm expecting it to be quite quiet on transfer news at this moment in time with Man City playing, which is always the case if I'm completely honest. So just reading through my tweets, like I said, it's the first I've had a proper chance to check everything, which is yeah not great. So come and join me live for the watch along of the Man City v Brighton and Hove Albion game. Hashtag. Put my hashtags in. I love my hashtags. Yep, I'll just get the link for the live stream. Bam. Nearly there. Nearly there. Send that tweet out. So that's that done. More administrative stuff done. Get all the live stats and everything rolling for everybody. And there, we're good to go. So Smith Sockin is going for 6-1 to Manchester City. Jedi City's brother going for Manchester City to win 5-0. And yeah, getting a lot of love for Manchester City. People got starting to get really excited about City, which is always good to see. So I'm just going to check over the last bits for this live stream. Like I said, I do apologise. I've not had a chance to do all this beforehand, which I do apologise for. Alright, just getting that sorted. Getting that sorted, so that's 2 bits done. That's that sorted. That's that sorted. That's that sorted. Do I think Stones has replaced Laporte for good? Not for good. I don't agree when people say that... Sorry, 1 second. I'll give it my full divided attention. Okay, that's that sorted. Yeah, right. So, thank you very much, Lava Boy, for tuning in. I'll see you in a bit. So, Stones has replaced Laporte for good. I don't agree with the statement that Laporte's been replaced. Laporte simply is out of the team because John Stones is doing so well. You will get minutes, and when you get minutes, you need to take your opportunity with both hands. And what Pep will do is, when Ruben Dias and John Stones need a rest, and they're not going to play every single game from now to the end of the season, when Ake is starting and Laporte is starting and getting minutes, they need to make sure that they're grabbing the opportunity with both hands. Laporte is I think he's a fantastic football player. I think he's in the same situation right now as what Leroy Sané was in, though, which is the class potential, but they need to be more consistent when putting it out there on the football pitch. And if they do that, they'll be perfectly fine. So if Laporte gets a start and puts in a real good quality performance, all of a sudden John Stones and Ruben Dias are under a lot of pressure. And then Laporte's relying on a bit of luck where either one of them will then put in not as such a good performance that he'll then get more minutes based on that. It sounds crazy, but he might be relying on things like injuries to be getting minutes. But they need to just be working hard, and I'm a massive fan of what John Stones has done, which is just keep working hard and keep pushing and keep trying, and eventually you will get in the team. And when given that opportunity, you need to take it with both hands. City, they have 2 players to each position, so you need to be taking the opportunity with both hands when you do get given the minutes. You're not guaranteed to start. You need to play well. You earn your place in the team. And Laporte needs to be upping his game. So I still think he's a good player, but he needs to just be upping his game and making sure that he is hitting the levels and consistencies that's required for Manchester City. As it is right now, John Stones and Ruben Dias are right up there, right at the very top. So I back Aymeric Laporte. I think he's a wonderful football player, and I think he'll definitely be getting more minutes, and I think he's an absolute quality player for Manchester City, and I think that it'd be a huge loss if he did want to leave Manchester City, and I'd hope that Laporte would have more about him than I'm not getting in the team now, I want to leave. I would hope that Laporte would say, right, I'm out of the team right now. What do I need to do to get back into the team? It's all about attitude and hard work. And sometimes you get him through that real scruffy period where you just really need to just get stuck in and really just believe in yourself and just be patient, and then take that opportunity when the opportunity does arise. And trust me, the opportunities are always there. Laporte hasn't not started any games this season. The opportunity is always there. Just needs to keep working harder to make sure his opportunities come about on a more regular basis, which is what I'm sure he's looking for. So we'll see. I do agree, though, we're needing a more dynamic winger. I like Ferran Torres. I've liked what I've seen so far. I will give him 2 full seasons, though, before I judge him completely. However, what's frustrating is how predictable Manchester City have been when moving out wide. So I classify Raheem Sterling's a very dynamic winger at times. He likes to cut in a lot, and he's a bit hesitant with his shooting, where you're looking for a player to be more decisive that just comes in and will have a shot and make things happen, which is exactly what Riyad Mahrez will do, but he likes to cut in as well. And then you've got Ferran Torres, who is not so much reliant on pace, but he has a lot of pace in abundance for him to back himself to go forward. And what Man City are looking for, I get what you mean by that, is a winger that will hog the touchline like Leroy Sané did and be that dynamic, quick-paced player that can hurt teams when running forward on the counter-attack. But the system that Pep plays with wide players, you need to be very good with the ball at your feet. You need to be good at distributing and passing and finding the space. And so you're always looking for a little bit of creativity. And so rather than out wide, I think City have got some very good options out wide. And let's not forget, Jesus can play out wide, Foden can cover out wide, De Bruyne can also cover out wide. I think our options are sorted out wide. I think more of a problem starts leaning towards 2 areas. One, a out-and-out striker, and then 2, the more creative midfielder. 2 holes left by Manchester City, or 2 potential holes anyway. The first hole being Sergio Aguero if he does leave. There's our out-and-out striker gone right there. We needed another out-and-out striker, a clinical striker, a striker that basically knows how to put the ball in the back of the net. And that's going to cost City a lot of money, and we will speak about that more in the coming weeks and months if it does get into that. And then also in central midfield, City know that Fernandinho could be leaving. We'll need a defensive midfielder. As far as I'm concerned, I think City need another midfielder regardless of Fernandinho staying or going, because I think there's a hole left there from David Silva, and I think that's where we've struggled with a little bit with creativity. And so if I were City, I would also be having a good look at a creative midfielder to help out with the numbers. And whilst I'm really happy with the progress Phil Foden's having, I would be looking just a little bit more creativity to take the burden not only off Kevin De Bruyne, but also taking the burden off some of the other players as well. I just feel like it swings and roundabouts. It's difficult because David Silva's left and we've not replaced him. We've had to play a different system in midfield, and actually that different system has not exposed us so much defensively, so we look so much stronger defensively. Yet if we bring someone more creative in, you're talking of taking out a Rodri or a Gundogan or a deeper player and putting in someone more offensive, and then the gaps will reappear again. So what does City go for? Do you stick or twist? You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Thank you, Javid. I do appreciate it. I did see a really good comment there. Harry Dean, I appreciate it. Said, I've always stuck through John Stones through thick and thin. I have stuck through Stones through thick and thin. I think Stones is a wonderful quality football player, and people were saying sell him for 20-25 million pound. People were calling me crazy back in the summer, saying I wanted at least 40 million pound, but I've always said that because you don't just get in the England team and put in good quality performances at a World Cup and lead Manchester City to 2 Premier League titles back to back through being a rubbish football player. He is a very good football player, and when he's full of confidence and he's injury free, there is not many centre-backs out there better than John Stones. So the thought that crossed my mind in the summer to sell someone like that to another Premier League club, Premier League premium on players as well, because selling to other Premier League clubs comes at a cost. Other clubs, look at Jack Grealish for example, looking at 80 to 100 million pound because he's English, plays in the Premier League, and you're talking about trading within other Premier League clubs. Premier League premium. We're talking about selling Stones on the cheap. I wasn't having any of that. To me, John Stones has shown just how good a quality is, and actually, the only thing I got wrong in the summer was saying I wanted £40 million for him. The way Stones is playing right now, I would say Stones is unsellable. I wouldn't even consider right now with how good our defence is and how much confidence he has got, that I wouldn't even consider selling John Stones if teams would start offering me nearly double that at 70 to 80 million pound, because right now the system works. It's working really well for Manchester City. You cannot put a price on how well we are defending right now, and that Stones and Dias partnership, it just clicks really well. And as Jaden says, it's the best Premier League centre-back partnership in the league right now. It's just a partnership that works for both of them players. It suits their style of play, and to me, long may it continue. Long may it continue. Right, I'm going to get the stream up for the game because I feel like I've rambled on for long enough. The game is live on BT Sport, or at least I hope the game's on BT Sport. Yeah, it definitely is live on BT Sport, which is good to see. So we're just going to sit here and wait for kickoff for that game. So we'll have everything ready and set up for you guys there, which is really good to see. Thank you very much, Joey. I do appreciate it. Your kind comments. I get some. I've started filtering through, getting more negative comments, and I'd be lying if I sat here and said that it doesn't affect you when you're reading such negativity, but it does. But what does help is that I get so much positivity, just like comments like that, and it just makes it all worthwhile. So I do appreciate the kind comments and all the support that everyone's shown for me. I think everyone's absolute legends, and I feel very blessed and honoured to have such a loyal and supportive fan base, not just for Manchester City but also for the JSGC channel as well. So kudos to all you out there. Thank you very much for that. So Anti going for 3-0 to Manchester City. Roblox going Diaz to be future captain. I reckon as part of De Bruyne's new contract, I reckon he's pushing for the next Manchester City captain. So I reckon it'll be De Bruyne as our new captain. But Ruben Diaz, yeah, vice captain. That's always up there. Stones mustn't be too far away from that either. So we'll see. Roblox, I've gone for 2-0 to Manchester City. Anti-Paul has gone for 3-0. JP's gone for 3-0 to Manchester City as well. I don't think this is going to be a very good game. I've just got that feeling it's going to be like... I just hope it's not going to be a similar result to the West Brom game. I've got the same feeling it's just not going to be too much of a good game. But I'm hoping we'll get the win, the 3 points, and we move on from there, because I'm getting fed up of hearing all this talk of Manchester United. I mean, if Man United go to Anfield at the weekend and win that game, then the Man United are in a prime position to start establishing themselves as a lead. And I mean, we all know we're a better team than Manchester United, so we shouldn't be letting criminalities like that happen. So we'll see. Yeah, Ilkay Gundogan's having a brilliant season, but once again, I've always rated Gundogan. I've always said he's a decent player. There isn't much better players out there that would be happy to be squad rotation like what Ilkay Gundogan is. So I think we're very honoured at Manchester City, and it's nice that these things are starting to stick together now, and I'm hoping that it'll start to stick together for other players like Laporte, like Raheem Sterling, like Riyad Mahrez, who have kind of had stuttering starts to the season. As Brighton are coming out first, looks like they're playing in their yellow away strip. I said just imagine if they did win at Anfield though, so imagine, use the brain. Imagine what would happen. Right. As Manchester City are coming out now, it looks like Kevin De Bruyne is leading the side out, so he'll be captaining Manchester City tonight. And like I said, I reckon if Fernandinho does leave this season, then Kevin De Bruyne will become Manchester City's new captain. I'm looking forward to seeing how this midfield battle works for Man City. I am really looking forward to that. It's a massive, massive shame we've not got fans in stadiums. Massive shame. This season, as bad as it's been, and I have lost a little bit of love for football, because I'd be lying if I said I didn't, not being able to go to games. But this season and the situation that we're in, we could be in for a very interesting, very exciting finale to the Premier League season. And we're not even halfway through. It's just too close to call at this moment in time. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting. Zinchenko going in at left back for Manchester City. Not something I agree with. I think Zinchenko's a lovely lad, and I think he's actually a really good quality player. But He's not playing in his strongest position, and I feel like for his progress, he should be playing on a regular basis in his strongest position. I don't think that's going to be at Manchester City. So I just feel like it'd be within his best interest to leave. And yeah, I just feel like it'd be benefiting City to sign an out-and-out left-back, because I think Benjamin Mendy's become a bit of a liability. And all the antics that you keep reading about Benjamin Mendy, I know some of them are fake news, I know some of them are backdated, outdated articles and stuff, but it doesn't make for nice reading. It's not really how City do their business, and so, yeah. That's my logo. It's a JSGC logo in the background, just over my which shoulder? That shoulder there. It's the JSGC logo. Thank you very much, Mr. Super Sid. I do appreciate it. I'm sure you're rushed. I'm very rushed as well to be able to scramble out this live stream. I'll be honest, when doing midweeks, I would prefer Manchester City to be starting at the earliest 7:45, if I'm honest, rather than starting at 6 o'clock. It does push it tight for work, if I'm honest, but there we go. Hello, Charlie. Thank you for tuning in. Do appreciate you tuning in. Do I think we should sell Mendy? Yeah, I do. I said I've always looked at Zinchenko and playing out of position. I'd be having a good hard look at Benjamin Mendy, if I'm honest. I would, definitely. As we look set for kickoff here. I'm hoping you're right there, Charlie, and City do cruise to a win, because that would be great. Exactly what I do need. A Man City cruising victory would be great, as we are set for kickoff here very soon. We've got Darren England officiating this game. You know, I just want it to get to kickoff. I can have some of my tea, because I am absolutely starving. As BT zooming on, the City is ours. Manchester City. Yeah, that's what we like to see. So it's Brighton that's going to get us underway, playing in their yellow kit, blue shorts and yellow socks, attacking from right to left. Manchester City in their swimming pool kits of blue shirt, white shorts and I think blue socks. It is, I'm right with that. And their City are going to be attacking from left to right as the players take the knee, which means we are ready for kickoff here in this Premier League game, as Trossard gets us underway. So let's go. We have kickoff here for this Premier League game between Manchester City and Brighton and Hove Albion. It's not been decided yet about when that's going to be, the rematch or the postponed match to be rescheduled between Everton and Manchester City. Oh, so we've got friends there. That's nice to see. Thanks for tuning in, Jaden and Charlie. I do appreciate that. I can't remember what this streaming thing was called on Twitter. There was once a streaming thing that I'd used that was really good. I can't remember its name, unfortunately. Nice to have Ederson back. Back in goal for Manchester City. And Premier League, thank you for tuning in. Hello, I hope you are well. So we're through the first minute. That was a quick minute. Nothing's happened as Ederson is distributing the ball out to the left-hand side. Right, I think I'm going to eat because I'm just too hungry. I'm just too hungry to function right now. So I am going to eat. Having tea whilst interacting. Brighton, coming away with the ball. City intercept. Hello, Dad. I'm good, thank you. Just having my tea because it's tea time. At the same time as me doing my live stream. Score prediction, I'm going for 2-0 to Manchester City. No goals at this moment. It's currently 0-0 between Manchester City and Brighton and Hove Albion. I'm just on some juice. Really boring today. City have looked more fluent recently. City just passing it about. So if there's any updates or anything, just let me eat. It's actually really nice, this. My own cooking. I want a pasta bake made by me just before this. Thank you, Jedi. Yeah, just made just before the live stream started. It's what I was rushing trying to do. Oh, it is nice. I'm hoping Mahrez can kick on and make an instant impact as well. There we go, I'll leave it to one side now. Should give me enough energy to get through the next few minutes. So it's Ederson with the ball with Manchester City. There's been nothing to report on yet. Nothing. Nothing much happening. It's just been City moving the ball. With Brighton looking to press Manchester City to try and force some mistakes. But nothing else really from there. Dad going for 3-0 to Manchester City. I hope you're right with that. I'm going for 2-0 to Manchester City. Ferran Torres, I said I'll give him 2 seasons, but I'm happy with the progress that Torres has made this season at the moment. I am happy with that. I think he's a good, solid player. Crossfield pass comes in. I've already washed up as well. I've already sorted all that. I've been busy when I've come back. I've not really stopped. I do feel exhausted a little bit right now. I've not really stopped today. Hump day as well. City looking to press. And Brighton do well keeping hold of the ball at the back. They're forced long. But they keep hold of the ball to give them credit now. And they're coming forward now into the Manchester City half. Through 5 minutes here. It's 0-0. I can see Douglas Luiz coming to Manchester City if Zakaria or any of the other options don't really materialise for City. City have that buyback option, so it makes it a nice, simple transfer for City to get done. If that's what City are wanting. AADHI tuning in from India at 11:36 PM. That is very late, so thank you for taking the time to tune into my channel. I do appreciate that. Hello, Mum. Thank you for tuning in again. Sold Torres on FIFA 21 for £45 million. Should become a businessman there. Selling for profit, nearly double your money. De Bruyne with the ball now on the right-hand side. It's Riyad Mahrez. Joao Cancelo with the ball. The ball gets switched across to the left-hand side now. It's Zinchenko with the ball. Now, I'd never say never with Manchester City, but just need to be careful. Just play their football, patient, wait for their opportunities and take their opportunities, then we'll be fine. Mahrez with the ball, driving forward for Manchester City now. Cancelo. Ball goes in. It's dealt with well. City got Foden at the back post. And the shot comes in and a good block from Brighton. A first real opportunity there. A good block from Brighton to stop what looked like it would be an inevitable goal there for Manchester City. City just poking their noses around at Brighton now. As Brighton are parking every man behind the ball. John Stones on the right-hand side. Cancelo, again, once again, looks like he's going through the middle. I don't really get it. Ball comes in. Pep Guardiola made interesting comments before the game saying Cancelo kind of struggled at City to start with because he didn't really understand how to play the systems and how to make himself effective, which bit of brutal honesty there from Pep. So Brighton, forced long. Flicked on. They pick up the loose ball. Out on the right-hand side into the Manchester City half. Put the ball into the box. It isn't a good ball in. City can deal with that. I was just about to sneeze, so I thought I'd hold my nose to stop it. I think it has gone away, which is good. What do I think of selling Mahrez? I mean, I'd only sell Riyad Mahrez if Mahrez wanted to leave. I'm happy with Mahrez. I think he's a good quality player out on the wing. Premier League proven. Has all the qualities. Mahrez on the ball now, speaking of him. Overlap there from Cancelo. He puts the ball into the box. It was not a bad ball in through the legs of the Brighton defender. They eventually clear their line, so Brighton. Right, good idea that from Manchester City, and a good bit of defending from Brighton as well, to give them credit. But yeah, I think Mahrez is a good player, just lacks the consistency for City this season. He had great consistency last season. He was a really good player, so hoping he can find his form again. And like I said, I wouldn't sell unless Mahrez said he wanted to leave Manchester City. If that's the case, with any player, if they said they wanted to leave, then I'd be exploring the option for them to leave Manchester City. I don't say that to be harsh. I'm just saying that you want players that are committed to the cause, that want to be at Manchester City. Zinchenko, well, he's not an out-and-out left-back, if I'm honest. He's just there to kind of fill a hole. As much as I like Zinchenko, you're telling me Angelino is any worse? He's a top quality player, Angelino, as well. City appealing for a handball. Referee waves away the protest and play continues. Brighton looking to come away with the ball. And they do, actually. They've got a little bit of space here on the left-hand side. Half a yard. Manages to run it out, though, for a throw-in to Manchester City. So Brighton not having too much of the ball here early on. Yes, Premier League is what we like to see. Actually, there's a little break in play now as Trossard, I think, is holding his face. I'm not too sure what's happened there. I have to see a replay of that. In the meantime, it's a good opportunity for me to have another little tea break and have a bit of my pasta. He did run that out of play. It was a throw into City. That it's the right decision made. I don't know whether that pasta bake's really nice or whether I'm that hungry that it's really nice. But it is. I'm enjoying that. So, City back underway. Down the right-hand side. Good interception that by Brighton. We've got Adele and Nadir tuning in, so thank you both for tuning in and choosing the JSGC channel for your live watch-along experience of this Premier League game between Manchester City and Brighton and Hove Albion. As you can see, we're already on nearly 50 likes for this live stream, which is absolutely brilliant. We are aiming for minimum 100 likes, so if you are watching this and you are enjoying the content, then please do leave a thumbs up on the live stream. That would be much appreciated. And also, don't forget to subscribe if you are enjoying watching me eat my tea. Great content on the JSGC channel. Then do subscribe, as Brighton have a little opportunity putting the ball into the box, but the ball is skied over the bar eventually. Dangers averted. Been a slow 12 minutes this one. So there we go. I'm hoping Cancelo will have a good game as well. And it does taste good, actually. Premier League, thank you. I appreciate it. Do appreciate the kind comments. Like I said, kind comments are my favourite kind of comments that I get. So I do appreciate it. Don't want to cook something for me. I'm turning into a chef. And Adele. Thank you. Glad I made you happy. So City coming down the left-hand side. Then go backwards. Vintage Manchester City. We go backwards. Been a very, very slow first 13 minutes or so. Thank you very much, Charlie. I appreciate it. In my drink, it's just juice. Nothing spectacular. City coming forward now. Through Gundogan. De Bruyne. Can we get anything in? Is there anything happening? Fizzles a pass right into Gundogan. Good play. De Bruyne, surely. Oh, good save from the keeper. Follow up. Good bit of defending from Brighton there. City really should have... De Bruyne should have been hitting the back of the net there, in my opinion. And thank you very much, Charlie. I do appreciate your support there. So good save. De Bruyne was perfectly onside. A great opportunity that for City to open the scoring. Should have been hitting the back of the net. Good bit of goalkeeping just to ensure that there's no gaps in his legs. I agree there, Anti. De Bruyne should be putting that one in the back of the net. Should have been 1-0 to Manchester City. Like I said, it's all about being clinical. And these are the opportunities that if City don't get a positive result, we look back on. I think it's too early to tell as to who's going to be winning the league. Excuse me, who's going to be winning the league and who's not. But what I will say is it looks like it's going to be a tight one. Low points tally, which means we're in for a good finale to the end of the season, is what I would say to that. A good bit of interception. A good interception to keep that in play from Cancelo, but he slips, which means Brighton pick up the ball anyway. Coming down the left-hand side, I managed to get... I thought they'd managed to get that out for a throw-in, but City have picked up the pieces and keep hold of the ball and keep the ball in play, so Brighton don't get a throw-in inside the City half. Instead, City now building up their own attack. I'm going for 2-0 to Man City as well. How's my day? Tiring. If I'm being honest. Tiring. But yeah, it's not been bad. We're not too far off the weekend, actually. Now I think about it. It's put a smile on my face. That's good. That's what we like to see. Actually, we're approaching payday for me as well, which... not bad. So yeah, could be worse. It's not been too bad now. Now putting it into perspective as Man City pick up a free kick inside their own half as Rodri goes down under a challenge from Mac Allister. Love his name. Great name. How have we been doing so far? Miles, it's been a bit slow and lethargic from City. Brighton seem to be sitting a bit deeper, but not afraid to come forward, as I was expecting. Manchester City have found space and gaps where they've needed to, and they've managed to muster up a couple of opportunities, the best of which has come to Kevin De Bruyne after a good pass from Ilkay Gundogan. De Bruyne just couldn't quite get it through, and it was a good save from the goalkeeper for Brighton. So that's where we're at, but it's not been a classic, it's not been a great game, if I'm being completely honest with you. Charlie, I agree. City have been looking very good, look much improved. We look better, more fluent going forward, and I'm hoping we can apply that to game in this game. I'm hoping we'll get Haaland as well, but we'll see what the future holds there. It definitely, playing against top quality teams like City, like Liverpool, Them two, to me, are the two standout teams. You cannot, and we've seen it ourselves when we played against Liverpool, you just cannot afford to switch off for one moment, and this is what teams are going up against. And teams have to really up their game, and there's no real margin for error. You've just got to play consistently well, and make sure you defend properly, and you're limiting Manchester City's chances. And most importantly, teams don't really create too much against City. They create maybe 2 or 3 opportunities in the game, and they need to make sure that they go in the back of the net. And speaking of opportunities, Brighton have an opportunity, and that opportunity goes wide of the post. Luckily for Manchester City, as Trossard just snatch a little bit at his shot, and it does go wide of Ederson's far post. Actually, a really good bit of defending from both John Stones and Ruben Dias there to allow just one little bit of a gap. And that gap, obviously, was the only gap for it to aim for the far post. And there's just too much of an angle there for them to work it in. So they covered all the angles where the shot could have gone in. So, good bit of defending that from Manchester City. I wouldn't have been saying that if it snuck into the far post, but sometimes you've got to look at yourself and think, sometimes a good finish, and that would have been one of their moments. Thought the defenders did all they could. There's a good bit of exchanging passes there from Joao Cancelo, who seems to be playing defensive midfield again, and Bernardo Silva as Cancelo switches it out to the right-hand side now. Riyad Mahrez. This game's starting to become more action-packed now. It's taken City nearly 20 minutes to kind of wake up and get through their gears, but this game is starting to pick up its pace now as it comes off Dan Burn, former Wigan man, of course, and goes out for a corner to Manchester City. That's funny, a delusional Man U fan. That's funny. That is funny. So the corner coming in from Manchester City now, as it looks like it's raining. It has been pretty wet and miserable here all day, so I'm presuming it's pretty much the same at the Etihad. As corner comes in, kind of fizzles across the penalty area. De Bruyne has a shot, and the goalkeeper manages to muster that up. And he's actually thinking about a counter-attack, so launches it quickly, but gives the ball straight away. So Brighton's got more defending to do here. Zinchenko with the ball. It's Kevin De Bruyne now. His twin. Taking the ball on the left-hand side. Back to Zinchenko. Now John Stones with the ball. On the right-hand side, Riyad Mahrez. Couple of runners there. Mahrez doesn't use them. Instead goes more central once more. Nice exchange of passes this between Manchester City's defensive midfield. And Cancelo keeping hold of the ball. Cancelo looks like he's definitely playing in midfield for Manchester City today. Why sign a Fernandinho replacement when you can just use Cancelo? Getting any opportunity that I can to eat. Brighton came forward there, but it was offside. Thank you, Joshua. Everyone's loving my cooking that I've done. Thanks. I appreciate it. John tuning in from Nelson, New Zealand. What time is it in New Zealand to be tuning in early in the morning? Dedication, stuff like that, I do love. Where's everyone tuning in from? I did see someone tuning in from Jamaica before as well, so thank you for that. Brighton once more, coming forward into the Manchester City half. A ball gets threaded forward here. City just need to be careful. Although when you've got someone as good as the Rock, John Stones, muscling away, ensures that there is no danger for Manchester City, and City do come away with the ball. Jaden tuning in from Ireland once more. I'm representing the UK. More from Ireland Wales. That Cardiff City fan. Maybe make the links. JJ tuning in as well. Hello, thank you for tuning in. I hope you are well on this fine Wednesday evening. City now coming forward on the right-hand side. Fianola. Do I think City will sign Haaland? I'm not sure. That's my complete honest answer. I don't know. It's one for the summer, and I'm sure I'll be able to keep everyone entertained and up to date over the coming weeks and months on Erling Haaland. City interested is where we're at with that at the moment. Joshua tuning in from Scotland. We've got Greece in the room as well. Love it. 7:20 AM. 40 years. A fan has kept in at the back post and it's cleared by Brighton. It was a good ball and a good opportunity that for City. 48 years a fan. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you very much, Charlie. Prediction, I'm going for 2-0 City. 2-0 to Manchester City. That is my prediction. Just had a look at the live subscriber count, and we're only 14 away from 14,900 subscribers. Like I said, it is possible we could hit that today. I like that one. Who's my goal scorers? I'll go for Bernardo Silva and De Bruyne. That's what I'm going for. So Philip, tuning in from Jamaica. It's your birthday today, so happy birthday to you. Can't miss this match, even on his birthday. You know what? I don't blame you. I think if it was my birthday and City were playing, I think I'd still watch and do my live stream and everything. Just how it is. So yeah, I can relate to that one. Nice one, Premier League. Keep plugging and keep working hard. As the ball gets threaded through to Phil Foden on the left-hand side, just on the outside of the Brighton penalty area. Bernardo Silva now. Joao Cancelo looks to try and work it into the middle. It's very congested in there, so City relying on width. So we could do that little bit of creativity that we were speaking about before the game. De Bruyne. So great ball in, and Mahrez manages to get a shot, but it does go wide. I'm not too sure if he did stray offside, but nonetheless, a good ball in from De Bruyne there for Riyad Mahrez, and he was perfectly onside, so that was an opportunity that for Manchester City. Did he miss-hit it? Yeah, he sliced it with his foot and wide. Didn't get a clean connection. To be fair, on his weaker right foot. Keeper took a step out to his right-hand side there. We've got a sweet connection on that. Could have been 1-0. That was an opportunity. Privthy. Probably said your name wrong, and I do apologise for that. I am very well, thank you. How are you? As Brighton put the ball into the City box, and it is defended well there by, I think it was Ruben Dias, as Manchester City picked themselves up a free kick just on the edge of their own penalty area. Tom going for 1-0 to Manchester City at half-time, Phil Foden. I'm going to go, like I said, I'm going to go for De Bruyne. I reckon it'll be 0-0 by half-time. I think it'll be a couple of second-half goals for Manchester City. See it out 2-0. Thank you very much, Tad. I do appreciate that. That was a good ball in and a good bit of defending there from Brighton. A good interception. See what a back pass. I think a back pass has been given there. They're furious about that, Brighton. A back pass has been given inside the penalty area. So this is a massive opportunity for Manchester City now. Massive opportunity. So De Bruyne flicks the ball in. Foden goes to try and get the ball. It's intercepted by the Brighton player, who manages to get a toe end on it. Otherwise, it would have been Phil Foden right in. And the goalkeeper, as it fizzles through to him, just picks up the ball. I think a back pass has been given there. So, yeah, this is a brilliant opportunity, this, for Manchester City. Indirect free kick inside the penalty area. Brighton aren't happy about this. Can City capitalise? What do you do from such a situation? That is the next question. I think I'd probably whack this as hard as I could. The Brighton wall's literally just in front of the... must be about 2 or 3 yards just in front of the goal line. So Brighton's putting someone on the floor who's getting up now. That Cardiff City fan, I have heard it pronounced before. I'm not going to give it a go because I'm terrible at pronunciations. Indirect here. So we had a game a few weeks ago of an indirect against City. We defended it. So Brighton have got someone on the floor. So what are City going to do here? This is an opportunity and a big talking point here. And a great opportunity for City to possibly open up the deadlock here on 29 minutes. It looks like it's going to be De Bruyne to take. There's a couple of Brighton players. And Miles out. De Bruyne does take and it is blocked. A good block by Brighton rushing out there. Definitely weren't 10 yards away. I think a goal kick's been given. It's poor that by Mahrez. Definitely wasn't 10 yards away. Yeah. What's the point in having all of them players? I don't get that. What's the point in having the players where you've got to be 10 yards away from the ball and drawing that line if you're just going to have other players outside of the wall that are allowed to go and run at that by the time the ball's being kicked? He wasn't 10 yards away, and that's why they've managed to make the block there. Anyway, we move on. City still with the ball. Cancelo whips it across, and it's a headed clear by Brighton. Foden now. Rodri. I'd have been very tempted. I think if it was me, I think I'd have been very tempted to have stood very close to the ball if I was De Bruyne. Roll that ball and kind of just put my laces through it. Try and keep the ball down, just put my laces through it and hit it as hard as I could, looking for any kind of deflection is what I'd have been looking for. But yeah, so if I was a City player, what number would I get? I'd go for my birthday of 17. So City probing here. John Stones now playing as a central midfielder. Mahrez gets it across. De Bruyne on his left foot gets a shot away and it's another good block by Brighton. Parking the bus properly here, Brighton. The problem Brighton's got with their game plan, working at this moment in time, the first 31 minutes, is if City score, that game plan that they've got goes out the window. They're looking for that goal though, the reassurance of a goal, looking to come forward. Can they make anything happen? No, and Ederson picks up the loose pieces. Ederson's not had a save to make, hasn't really had anything to do at this moment in time. And City's strong defence sees out the threat of Brighton there, who are looking pretty dangerous when coming forward on the counter-attack, if I'm honest. Answer your comment made me smile then. Another West Brom. And so City have another corner here. Corner comes in. Cleared by Brighton. I'm eating pasta bake. Made for by me. And done. There we go. Very nice. Decent. 10 out of 10 that. Corner from City. Worked out to the edge of the area. De Bruyne pulled one in. Kept in well by Man City and cleared by Brighton. Right idea. City trying to be more inventive here. Although the offside flag is up. Eating coordinations with you. Dragon, thank you. I'm loving all the compliments on my cooking. I appreciate it. I won't worry about seeing the moon here. All cloud and rain in the northwest of England. All cloud and rain. So we're nearly on 60 likes now, only 40 likes away nearly from 100 likes. As a good bit of defending from Brighton. A mukbang and City watch along would be interesting. That sounds like if there was ever to be a that's a great ball in and it's out for a corner. If there was ever to be a collaboration of City channels or something like that. Gather together for, you're obviously not allowed to do gatherings right now, but when gatherings are allowed, gatherings and mukbang and a City watch along. It's a pretty genius idea, that actually. Quite clear in Wales, but it is raining. You might see it then. Maybe. You look very cold there, Jesus, as the ball goes in from City and it's flicked and over the bar once more for another corner to Manchester City. City probing, trying, pushing and pulling, but not blowing the house down at the moment. I think City just need that goal and I feel like the floodgates might open. That's going to... Well kept in there by City. I thought I was going to go out of play. City keep hold of the ball. Now Rodri, Gundogan, have a shot. Have a shot. In a great position for a shot. Mahrez now. Oh, and he's tackled. I'm terrible at football. Definitely don't play. Cardiff, Norwich. Difficult game. Both sides. 0-4. Norwich having a fairly decent season. I'll put 1-1. So I'll go for. My instinct was 1-1, so I'll stick with that. City into the penalty area, and once again, Brighton do a little bit of good defending once more, and they can manage to regather themselves and clear the ball for Man City to come back at them with another wave of an attack. Brighton can't sustain this for 90 minutes and keep a clean sheet, can they? Literally been all Manchester City. A decent ball out, and yeah, good job, Ruben Dias. Is composed enough and keep hold of that. City into the penalty area now, probing, putting a ball across. No one's there at the back post. Hello, Mixid. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. We're through 37.5 minutes here. I'm pretty calm and collective when it comes down to it. I do get a bit frustrated, but I'm calm and collected when it comes down to it, so I'd never find the language and everything too much of a problem, if I'm honest. is once more coming forward. City, and straight out of play for a goal kick there. Foden couldn't make anything happen there. I'm hoping second half's going to be a good half for us. So Cardiff take a 1-1. I just think Cardiff's a difficult away match for any team to be going to, if I'm honest. It was a bit of a tricky ground to travel to. Looking to get Bilic as their manager. Have you got Bilic as Cardiff manager? I thought he went to China. Neil Harris. Was he sacked? I don't know. I do not know. Mick Sid, I rely on you for championship information. You're better than this than me. Brighton looking to try and make something happen. Sending players forward. Let's turn into novels. Out for a corner. Neil Harris. So Neil Harris is the manager. So got one centre back. And so which player's been diagnosed with cancer? Sorry to hear that. Solbamba, has he? As Ederson collects the corner there from Brighton and launches an immediate counter-attack for De Bruyne. So De Bruyne coming forward. Phil Foden now. De Bruyne picks up the pieces. A big chance here. De Bruyne, good save! Oh, that's frustrating. From the counter-attack. Oh yes, defender being treated for cancer. Solbamba. I'm really sorry to hear that. That's horrible. Speedy recovery there to Solbamba. So he's got non-Hodgkin lymphoma and he's undergoing chemotherapy. Ugh. So it's his immune system. It's not a bad corner, and it goes wide from City. Non-Hodgkin lymphoma. Oh, man. How rubbish. How rubbish. Whew. Right. City once more probe him. You're doing a Man City now. We're playing a attacking midfielder as a left back. As we've hit 60 likes now, so we're now 40 likes away from 100. So if you are watching this, let's get them like. Let's push these likes up. Let's go. Let's push this up. So you're watching this and you haven't already, please do leave a thumbs up on this live stream. That'd be much appreciated. I want to get to 100 likes ASAP. That would be absolutely amazing. We're also aiming for 15,000 subscribers. We're very close to 14,900 subscribers, actually. We was 14 short before. How many short are we now? We're now 11 subscribers short of our goal of 14,900 by the end of this live stream. So if you're new around here, please do subscribe. It's currently 0-0 between Manchester City and Brighton and Hove Albion here at the Etihad Stadium in the Premier League. Has a lot of the time been Manchester City huffing and puffing but not blowing the house down. A couple of good opportunities, particularly both for Kevin De Bruyne, which has seen a couple of good saves drawn from the Brighton goalkeeper. And City do have a corner right now in the 43rd minute, which goes in and is defended well by Brighton and cleared. That's where we're at this moment in time. City now looking for space. Can City muster up a goal before half-time? Now is a good time to get a goal as the ball goes into the box. I don't think crosses into the box are the way to go. I think Brighton are very good with their defending of balls into the box and crosses, so I don't think that's the way for City to go. I think better method for City to go would be to be a bit more pragmatic and dynamic. balls along the ground, quick interplay, running between the gaps, finding the gaps. Not being scared to go forward and leaving yourself a bit vulnerable on the counter-attack. Chance here for City, and that's in. It's in. It's Phil Foden with a goal for Manchester City. Just what we've been looking for. I wasn't sure if that had gone wide then, but it's gone into the back of the net. And it is Manchester City that draw first blood in the 44th minute. Game plan for Brighton now undone. Phil Foden with the goal. He is one of our own. Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Manchester City 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. Good interplay. Foden on his weaker right foot. Gets his foot around it really well. It's an assist for that man Kevin De Bruyne. And it's as simple as that. A simple goal really for Manchester City. And there we go. Bam. Manchester City 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. We get that first blood literally just before half time. Just what we're looking for. Boom goes the dynamite. I'm going to presume, Aaron, from your message there that Alan Brown signed a new contract. I've not had a chance to see the announcement, but if the announcement isn't done in Beluga, then I think a little PR, actually, it's pretty pointless because it's not open. If it was open, I would have done that in Beluga. As De Bruyne goes down from a challenge from Brighton into 1 minute of added on time. Hopefully De Bruyne is alright there. Walking very heavy. I hope he is okay to continue. Just need Ben Davis and Ben Pearson and Daniel Johnson and Darnell Fisher to all sign new deals. Then you'll be where you need to be as the half-time whistle does go here now. It is. We all feel a little bit better. Thank you, Auntie. I appreciate it. We all feel a bit better now. It is Manchester City 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. We lead at half-time eventually. We got there, so to speak. But, yeah, it's been very huffed and puffed that from Manchester City. But I'm looking forward to seeing the statistics, actually, for this game. And seeing what the statistics are showing, in particular, in terms of chances and possession for this game, which I'm just going to get up now. But it is Phil Foden that's helped draw first blood for Manchester City. Now, before we crack on with this half-time report, please, like always, make sure that if you are watching this and enjoying the content, you do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Aiming for 15k subscribers, 11 subscribers away from 14,900. I want that to change during this live stream, so that would be much appreciated. And don't forget also to leave a thumbs up on this live stream as well if you are enjoying the live stream. We're aiming for 100 likes. We're only 32 away, so if you are watching this and you haven't already, then I would appreciate if you do leave a thumbs up. I agree, Astronati there. Phil Foden, certainly something else. We love when Phil Foden's scoring. 6 wins in a row, that's what we're needing. That's just exactly what we've been looking for. This turn of momentum and form for Manchester City. Crucial when deciding Premier League titles. And people are always asking me, can Man City win the Premier League title? I always say it's too early to tell, but what I mean when I say it's too early to tell is that I'm looking for momentum, I'm looking for form. If you can string a few wins together, all of a sudden you'll be right up there. This is going to be a low point tally for the Premier League, so if you can muster up 6 or 7 game winning streak in the Premier League, then all of a sudden you're putting yourself in a very, very strong position. So, and I think now's an ideal time for City to be doing that. So, in terms of possession, City have had 71.5% possession compared with Brighton's 28.5% possession. So, City have had nearly 72% of the ball. Brighton have had 2 shots, none on target. Nothing's warmed up Ederson's hands right now, and it is pretty cold out there, so he must be very nippy. 8 shots for Manchester City, 3 on target. We finally get our goal through Phil Foden. Kevin De Bruyne looked like he had the other 2 shots on target. Of course, he had that indirect free kick from the back pass as well. It was a big opportunity for Manchester City. He also got threaded through a nice pass from Gundogan, which was well saved by the Brighton goalkeeper. And he also had a very good opportunity, which he went for the near post, and the Brighton goalkeeper managed to make a save. So it's pretty much been, with De Bruyne getting the assist, it's been Kevin De Bruyne running the show for Manchester City, and Phil Foden getting himself a goal, which is always good to see. Now, in terms of block shots, it's 4 for Manchester City and none for Brighton. So City have had 4 shots blocked, whereas Brighton haven't had any shot blocked, and been very crucial, some of them blocked as well, because a couple of them did look goal bound. In terms of passing completion rate, Brighton's at a respectable 75%. Manchester City's at 91%, so that is things you love to see. So in terms of possession and passing, doesn't seem anything is wrong at Manchester City at this moment in time. Like I said, I'm just looking for us to be clinical, and we do have our goal now. So it'll be interesting to see the developments, and if we continue like we are, or whether we make changes in the second half. But it is all about Brighton and what they do to get back in this game. They're going to need shots on target, they're going to need to come forward, they're going to need to send more men forward, they're going to have to take the risk, and that obviously leaves them vulnerable to the counter attack. City have had 7 corners compared with 1 corner for Brighton. City have had a couple of clear cut chances, whereas Brighton haven't had any. Both had 1 offside apiece. Tackle completion rate for Brighton at 90%, which is very, very impressive, so kudos to them. Tackle completion rate for City is at a very decent 66.7%, but it's nowhere near the 90% for Brighton there. Excuse me, I do apologise for that. Aerial duels won, City's at 64% and Brighton's at 36%. Which is surprising, the amount of balls City have sent into the box and Brighton have managed to deal with, but it is also including balls forward and balls over the top, which City have also dealt with relatively well. Their goalkeeper's had a couple of saves to make, whereas Ederson's not had any to make, and surprisingly, no yellow cards apiece and no red cards apiece. So pretty decent for fair play, as far as I am concerned. So, we're up to 74 likes now. We're only 26 likes away from 100, so any help towards that a game would be much appreciated. And we're at half time now, which is, yeah, nice chance for us to all to just refresh, excuse me, and regroup and come back full of energy for the second half. That's what we're hoping for. So we'll just get that changed. Let's get to the second half. Making sure that's good to go. And there we go. That's pretty much it. So yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in so far. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and take my plate down. I've had my pasta in, which was delicious, and thank you everyone for the kind comments there. I'm just going to go and take that down, rinse it out, and then we'll be back up again for the resumption of the second half. We're not going to, the half time has still got another 8 minutes or so to go, so I will see everyone again in just a couple of minutes. So get yourself a drink or something, freshen up, toilet, something like that. We're back. We're back. Whew. Right, so just in time actually. Return of the... Yeah, the return of the king. Right. I'm exhausted. We're back. We're back. We're back. Whew. And we're back out for the second half as the City players are coming out. Graham Potter looks a bit stressed there. I'm still going for 2-0 to Manchester City, and I'm going for De Bruyne. He looks very lively. He looks like he's going to get a goal today, is what I think. As we do have kick-off for the second half. Bam, bam, bam. There we go. We're only 18 likes away from 100 now, which is excellent. So City with the ball at the back. Ruben Dias with the ball for Manchester City, being pressed by Brighton. Goes backwards towards Ederson. He decides to chip the ball up into midfield. Brighton nearly come away with the ball, but City pick up the loose ends and can clear their own lines, though Brighton do press and win the ball back. A chance here for Brighton, and it's not fully cleared by City, so they put the ball into the box, and Ederson picks up that loose ball for Manchester City, and he comes rushing out of his towards the edge of his box, wanting to get City back playing as quickly as possible, try and look for a potential counter attack. How do I feel about City going into the half winning? feels pretty good. If I'm honest, feels pretty good. City now down the right hand side, coming forward. De Bruyne looks to put a ball into the blocks. It's deflected and cleared, though not fully, by Brighton. So Foden with the loose ball. Ilkay Gundogan. It's Ruben Dias with the ball. Back out over to Bernardo Silva on the right hand side. Cancelo driving City forward. Bernardo with the ball. Now De Bruyne. Brighton once more with 11 men all behind the ball. It may just be a case of them trying to stay in this game and hopefully don't concede a second and then see how it goes later in the second half. Makes for such a dull and boring game, doesn't it? I understand why teams do it, but still, it's boring. That's my opinion anyway. Zinchenko now. A bit of a quiet game. Not many attacks have gone down the City left-hand side, if I'm honest. Brighton seem to have been trying to focus their attack down their left-hand side, City's right-hand side. Now probing, trying to drive forward here. Oleksandr Zinchenko. Bit of twisting and turning going on. Foden, back to Zinchenko. Foden once more. Ruben Dias. Bit of a heavy touch, that one, and John Stones eventually gets it under control for City. And it's deflected off, and there will be a corner for Manchester City. Can I do a update on Messi, Aguero and Erling Haaland? If there's news out there for me to do an update, I'll include them. If there's not an update, then they don't go in the video. Is how the transfer updates work. So when we have Messi news, I will bring that to you first and fast. When we have Aguero news again, I'll bring that to you first and fast. And when we have updates on Erling Haaland, I'll bring that to you first and fast on a regular basis. I'm going to go for Haaland. Phil Foden with the goal. The corner comes in from Manchester City. Once more, Brighton win the initial header from the corner. Isn't fully cleared, a deflection, and it can't be controlled by Ilkay Gundogan, so he's forced out wide. Rodri. Now De Bruyne in a central area. Puts a ball into the box, and it will be picked up by the Brighton goalkeeper. And Brighton can lead the way from there. Good interception that by City. Winning the ball high up once more. I don't watch Mark Goldbridge or Arsenal Fan TV, so I'm not going to pick either because I don't watch them. Bit too easy that for City going forward. Foden now to Zinchenko on the left hand side. Bernardo Silva puts a ball into the box and it's collected by Brighton only as far as Phil Foden. Ilkay Gundogan. I would say Mark Goldbridge has more personality about him, but like I said, I don't really watch either of them, so I can't really judge. So there we go. I'm not going to comment on City channels. I know all of them are working hard, so there you go. They all have their own way of doing things, and they all do things differently. And what some people like is what others don't, and what some don't like, some do. So there we go. All down to personal preference. I watch JSGC as my favourite answer, though. I can be a bit lenient with that. So Ederson just cleared the ball, and it whacked off the back of John Stones and out for a throw into Brighton. Oh. We need a campaign of Vincent. We need a Vincent Kompany statue outside the stadium of his celebration against Leicester. There we go. That'd be great. I've always said I'm open for collabs with anyone. All they need to do is ask. In the meantime, I'm more than happy to do my live watch-alongs, my things we've learnt videos and transfer updates and everything. In the meantime, I can imagine the family stand, the north stand where Aguero scored his famous goal. I can imagine that being named after Sergio Aguero, the Sergio Aguero end, the Aguero end. It's a good. It's too much for Foden there. I couldn't quite develop the opportunity. What did I do when Kompany scored that goal against Leicester? I was ecstatic, shouted. It was a great moment. Sukraj, I'm very well, thank you. How are you? City just probing once more patient build-up. It's got 2-0 City written all over this, in my opinion. Foden now driving at Brighton, brushed to one side, and goal kick given there. I need to have another look at this. Just brushed to one side. Just loses his footing. Don't think there's enough in it for a penalty. I was going to say it's a bit weak on Foden's behalf, but he's running at full pelt and just pushed off. Just one of them things. Isn't a penalty. Isn't a dive. Just there we go. Foden's goal. A well taken goal on his weaker right foot. Kind of a goal out of nothing. Kind of quiet as Brighton looking to try and play it across. And sensibly, Joao Cancelo on the right hand side just puts the ball out for a corner to Brighton. Overhead kick, top bins. Goal of the season. Missed out big time. Once in a lifetime goal. Tell your kids about it. So Brighton with a corner here. Seem to be winning every single header from there. When City have put their balls into the box for the corners, can they win their own header and create their opportunity here for themselves in an attacking sense? As City win that header. As a shot comes in on the volley, it's a decent connection, but is saved by Ederson, who makes a decent catch and just rolls that ball out to Phil Foden. Great skills there from Phil Foden on the left-hand side, and then goes down under a shove for a free kick. And to me, that shove that just happened to Phil Foden there is no different to one that was in the penalty area yet. Outside the penalty area, it's a free kick. Yet inside the penalty area, it's goal kick. How do you make sense of that? Foden, full of confidence, having a good season once more. Good player. Good squad player for City as well, actually. That's good to see. Phil Foden could well score again. You could be right with that. Zinchenko now comes forward with the ball for City. And good bit of interplay here, and Gundogan's into the penalty area. Looks to try and square it across, and now the offside flag does go up. I personally think I personally think that Diego Costa's past his sell-by date. That's my opinion. Look for the future. Nothing much happening at the moment. Chance. Oh, Mahrez should have been making that 2-0 on his stronger left foot. That should have been going into the back of the net every single day of the week. City just probing. Looks onside. And just past the post. Should have scored. Another chance. Gundogan, great save. Follow up. Through his legs. Off the crossbar. Gundogan squares it across. And out of play for a goal kick. How this isn't 2-0 is beyond belief. Oh, Man City really should be 2-0 up here. Really should be 2-0 that. Hello, football. This game should have been put to bed. Always run the risk at 1-0 that they could just find that one opportunity in the goal, and a shot, and it's just over the bar. Mac Allister connecting sweetly with that. Ederson scrambling. Wasn't really close to that on the hour mark, so it remained Manchester City 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. Good effort. Really good effort. I think Ederson was beaten there. Yeah, beaten. Ederson now goes long. Right, and win the header and the second ball. Zinchenko scrambled the ball out for a throw into Brighton. What score would it be if Cardiff were playing Man City? I have no idea. Depends which Man City turn up and how well Cardiff can play and defend and come forward. I always feel like you want a result against City. You're always going to need that goal. West Brom found that goal. That's why they got the draw. You need that goal. And it was scrappy. That's a great ball in. Forced backwards though, Brighton. Inside the City penalty area. Scrambled the ball, but surrounded out, and City can head the ball clear and come away with the football. Just take our time, keep hold of the ball. Good pressing from Brighton. They don't do that. So once more, then another attack comes towards Manchester City. Brighton just up in the going through their gears at the moment. Ball goes in. It's a decent ball in, and what an opportunity for Brighton. Just couldn't make connection at the far post. That's a nasty challenge, that. Really nasty challenge. A yellow card's going to be given. Great ball in that. Great ball in. Really unlucky. Really unlucky. Really nasty challenge, that. And Veltman's given a yellow card, so he's going to have to be careful. I think I'm just going to chill out there, but I think that's pretty lucky to be yellow. It's reckless. Out of control. Anyway, Gabriel Jesus will be coming on for Manchester City, the first of our three substitutes. The fact that all this is going on, we're still at 3 substitutes, mesmerises me. Really does mesmerise me. So City clear their lines. Brighton having a lot more of the ball now. Not as afraid to come forward. City could be made to rue not getting that second goal and killing this match off. And trust me, a second goal will kill this match off. Brighton once more finding the space, coming forward. Another ball comes into the box. It's cleared by City, and Gundogan hacks the ball clear again. De Bruyne can't intercept. Ball gets played forward, but too much on that, and Phil Foden will pass it back to Zinchenko, and City can now take their time. Not said who Jesus is coming on for yet. I've got a feeling it's going to be for Mahrez. And we'll see Bernardo go out wide. For once, it's Brighton probing here. Patiently building up, waiting for a City mistake. Having a bit of possession now. City intercepts well, though. High up. As we're now only 15 likes away from 100 likes. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. City now into a bit of space. Sold a dummy there. Chance. And a shot and a good save from the keeper. As we're now 9 subscribers away from 14,900. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Like I said, can we hit the 14,900 and get that banner changed in this live stream? As De Bruyne now coming forward onto his left foot, gets a shot away and another good save from the keeper. City getting their shots on target, but the keeper more than a match at the moment in time. Brighton put the ball in. It's cleared by City. Into the box. Brighton, though, nearly picked up the loose pieces there. Is picked off by City in the end. It's a really decent opportunity that for Cancelo and a good save from the keeper. And then De Bruyne got his shot away. And the keeper again more than a match, making the saves. And it is Mahrez coming on for Jesus. I presume it's going to be Bernardo out wide and Jesus through the middle, and De Bruyne sitting in a more familiar, deeper role for Manchester City. Thank you very much, that Cardiff City fan. I do appreciate the support. Much appreciated. I'm glad you have enjoyed. Needing a goal, get that second goal and get the match done and dusted. As Brighton are making a couple of changes here. Ooh. So there are 2 changes, of Davy Propper and Tau coming off, and Neal Maupay and March coming on. And more attacking threats for City to deal with here. So we're through 67.5 minutes just past. City are still 1-0 up. Looking for that second goal. Brighton growing in confidence. Certainly not out of this game just yet. Keeping everyone on their toes. One thing that Man City are a lot better at this season, though, is if we do go 1-0 ahead, we do have a defence that is more than capable of keeping clean sheets and more than capable of seeing this out at 1-0 if that's needed. And most importantly, all that's important right now is 3 points. That's it. It doesn't really matter how you win or what score you win, as long as you do win. That's what's important at this moment in time. Winning and getting them 3 points. And as it stands, Man City are on course for the 3 points. Would make us all feel better if City could get that illustrious killer second goal, though. Would certainly make me feel a little bit better as well. As City win the ball higher up again, and De Bruyne gets lucky, so he comes away with the ball. How long will it take before Jesus is offside? These are the questions. These are the questions. Tower's getting into some good positions, so we'll see. See if it's a little bit more of a swap or whether it's just looking for fresh legs. Jesus was born offside, definitely. So we've got 20 minutes remaining here. It's going to be a close game, this one. We're only 12 likes away from 100 as well. So I'm hoping we can hit that. That would be great. As Brighton now looking to spring another attack. City crowd out the support. And Man City pick up a free kick. Drew Jesus. Apologies for the yawn, I'm tired. Can City make anything happen here? We're 9 likes away now. Let's go, let's go. 9 likes away from 100. Seven likes away. The likes have certainly picked up. So yeah, like I said, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new around here. Very close to 100 likes, very close to 14,900 subscribers as well. Brighton in a good position here. I really want City to get that killer second goal. Kill this game off, see the game off as Brighton have got themselves a free kick and a chance to put a ball into the box and cause more problems for City here. As we're now 7 subscribers away from 14,900. Six likes away. So here's the ball. Bit of a squeaky bum match. Yeah, it's got a West Brom feel about it. Can City see this out? It's poor from Brighton. They didn't put a ball in. They go to pass it and Jesus intercepts. Although Brighton win the ball back into the centre now. What can they do with it? Yeah, it looks like Jesus is going down the left wing. It's odd. Not sure why. But there we go. So a bit of a nervy ending here for Manchester City. We've got a big 17 minutes. Brighton well in this game. It's only 1-0. But importantly, it is 1-0. So City do have something to hold here. City at this moment in time, if final whistle was to go, would be taking home the all-important 3 points. As this ticks closer to full time, Brighton will come more and more forward, committing more and more men. Does leave them vulnerable and open to the counter-attack. A second goal from City will completely kill this game off, and I'm sure will ease all our anxiety and will all make us all feel better as well. There's a poor pass out from City, and so it's going to be a throw into Brighton in their own half. So 16 minutes to go here. Man City 1, Brighton 0. Tense. Poignant part to this game and to the season, you feel. There's a good ball forward. Is intercepted well by the rock at the back, John Stones. So it's Brighton now with the ball, bringing the ball forward into the City half. Defended well by Joao Cancelo, back to Ederson, and Ederson can just pick up the ball that was played forward by Brighton. So another bit of defending done well by Manchester City. Salut Adama. I always think of him between us. Salut. Oh. Put ourselves in this situation, not being clinical. Let's get me to 100 likes, that'd be brilliant. The scenes if Brighton did that, I sincerely hope not. Although I think their keeper's up there for the award of the man of the match, because he has kept Brighton in this game, making 4 or 5 quality saves. City having a bit of the ball now, coming forward into the Brighton half. Oleksandr Zinchenko to Jesus, for some reason playing on the left wing. I'm not really sure why. But there we go. And that's intercepted by Brighton here. Brighton in a good position if they can get this pass right. I see it looking to cover tracks. A good bit of play this by Brighton. Keep hold of the ball. Though City do have players back now. And City do intercept eventually. And City will get themselves a free kick as well. That'll do. And a yellow card given to the Brighton player as well for the challenge on Bernardo. Bit of a loose, reckless one, that. And we're now 3 likes away from 100 likes as Webster goes into the book. I think Foden's more beneficial to us on the left wing than I do through the middle. But that's as of right now in this season. So big chances for Brighton. Intercepted by City. Back into the penalty area. City just looking a bit shell-shocked at the moment. Can't bring it clear. Get a touch on it, but it's still Brighton with the ball. Probably worthwhile having a shot. It's onside and played back to Man City. And eventually the offside flag does go up and City get away with that one. City just looking a bit rocky at the back. I know we've got a clean sheet. The defence just looks a bit shaky. That was all too easy to get through. Great bit of defending from John Stones. Maupay was set away then. Look at that partnership. Just solid Dias and Stones. You ain't getting through that. was a bit all too easy, though, to find the gaps and get through, and it just looks, it's a heart in mouth. We put ourselves in the situation. That second goal just takes this all away. Brighton pressing now and trying to force the mistake from Man City. Ederson diving headers it out to the right-hand side. What are they doing? Look all over the place. And the ball's been given away by City into their own penalty area. The City, what are they doing? What are they doing? Brighton now pressing and forcing the mistake from Manchester City. I mean, we're playing Brighton. No disrespect to Brighton. I don't think they played too bad in this game, but we're playing Brighton now. Not elite Barcelona. So Brighton now have twisted. I was wondering how long it would take for them to twist at 1-0. They've now decided to twist. So the gaps will start to appear. Brighton with the ball. Brighton will get a couple of opportunities at Manchester City here. We've only got a goal to play with. Surely a tackle from City, and it is. And City will get themselves a free kick just on the outskirts of their own penalty areas. We're up to 99 likes now. Who wants to be the 100th like? Feel free to go and take that prestigious award. Julian, hello. Thank you for tuning in. Much appreciated. I hope you are well on this fine Wednesday evening as Raheem Sterling is stripped and ready to come on for Manchester City. Our second substitution of the game. Going off how many gaps there are, I think it'd be better putting someone through the middle or at the back to help us. But there we go. And there we go, 100 likes. Thank you everyone for that, much appreciated. Always our aim here on the JSGC channel to hit at least 100 likes. So there we go, ton up. We'll raise the bat, we'll raise the hand. Thank you everyone for that, much appreciated. So once again hit the 100 likes, absolute legend, so thank you for that. Don't forget also, if you are new around here, to subscribe. Let's go for our next target. Let's move that live subscriber count to 14,900. We're only 7 subscribers away from that. Thank you, Julian, I appreciate it. As Jesus plays it forward, it's Bernardo Silva with the ball. So you just need to make sure they're keeping hold of the ball. Less than 10 minutes to go. City got a goal in the 44th minute, Sucrage. Brighton have been better in the second half. City have hit the crossbar. A couple of good saves from the keeper. City have missed their opportunities to make it 2-0. And so we're now in the poignant parts of this game. 10 minutes to go. Brighton starting to send men forward and committing forward, making it an end-to-end game. Can City push forward and get that killer second goal and kill this game off? Because I feel like everyone's anxiety and eagerness is intense right now. Brighton clear their line. City win the ball back though. Keeping hold of the ball inside the Brighton half. Giving away though. And then blocked and out for a throw into Brighton just inside their own half. It'll allow that substitution to be made, and it's going to be Phil Foden going off and Raheem Sterling coming on for Manchester City. So Pep clearly unhappy about something up at the top. With Jesus and Sterling coming on, as Phil Foden's forced to go off at the nearest point of entry rather than across the pitch. He didn't want to, I will add. That ball's chipped forward and should be dealt with by Zinchenko when he heads it back to Ederson and is dealt with. Zinchenko with the ball. Sterling now. Zinchenko. Ruben Dias goes back to Ederson. Plays the safe and sensible option. Ederson looking for the pass, isn't really on, so he plays the long pass instead, and Brighton nearly intercepted it, but City have done well and come away with the ball. De Bruyne in the middle. Works the ball out. Raheem Sterling. A chance for Sterling, has a shot and it's blocked by Brighton. City just hoofed the ball up and collected well out wide. City just toying around and passing the ball, probing and looking for any openings or opportunities. Time running out for Brighton. 7 minutes to go. Manchester City 1, Brighton 0. Good ball played through, and Raheem Sterling will get there and doesn't keep it in, and it's out for a goal kick to Brighton. Danger averted. But another minute gone. Brighton keen to get on with things. Excuse me. I feel well tired. Probably look it as well. I apologise if I look rubbish. Good bit of defending from City, and the ball goes out for a throw-in inside the City half to Brighton. We need that second goal, Sukraj. I feel like we need the comfort of that second goal, I agree. 6 minutes to go, though. Another minute gone. De Bruyne picks up the loose ball for City. Take it out. Sterling, the free kick given there to Manchester City. I mean, Veltman's already on a yellow card and just clinically takes out De Bruyne. Why is that not a red? With Brighton make their third and final sub here. And it's Trossard coming off. And Cadra coming on. Cadra. I don't know. So final roll of the dice from Brighton. 5 minutes to go. I think Brighton are in a good position, considering they just conceded on half-time. If you say you're 1-0 down still for the last 5 minutes and you're going to have a proper go at City, they'd probably take that. They run the risk of this finishing 2-0. Another minute, though, ticks by. Nearly at 4 minutes to go, plus added on time. City almost happy just to keep clean sheets and score that one goal and just tick it along. But this has been anything from fluent from City. It hasn't been a great performance. It's been hard work. And just thankful that Foden's got that goal. It could easily have been a 0-0. It's an extra runner here for Brighton. A good interception from Manchester City. And Bernardo Silva and out for a corner to Brighton to stop the potential overlap then. So corner for Brighton. 3.5 minutes to go. 1 better than 0. Absolutely. Thank you, that Cardiff City fan. I agree. Subscribe. Let's get them 7 subscribers. Let's hit the 14,900 live on air. Corner comes in. Doesn't beat the first man. Disappointing ball in that from Brighton. City put it out for a throwing. This is tense. This is proper tense. 3 minutes to go. Brighton with the ball outside the City penalty area. They get themselves another corner off John Stones. Just need to be very careful here. It's going to be March to take it. Two and a half minutes to go. Corner Brighton. 1-0 Manchester City. Corner comes in. Ederson should collect that and does, and should keep hold of this for as long as possible now. We're defending a 1-0 lead at home against Brighton. Squeaky bum time. City need to hold out here. Two corners though for Brighton there, both disappointing balls in. One doesn't beat the first man, the other's just straight to the keeper. I think they'll be very disappointed with that. Ederson now is going to whack this as far and as high as he can into the Brighton half. Brighton win the header, but it's out for a throw into City. Two minutes to go. Phil Foden given the JSGC man of the match as well as the BT Sport man of the match for his goal is the goal that separates Brighton and Manchester City. I thought De Bruyne first half also looked very good. Second half's been very flat from City. It hasn't been anything fluent. It's not been a great performance from City. As Brighton driving into the penalty area. A chance here for Brighton. Squaring it across. Nothing given. City can bring the ball clear. We've got 70 seconds or so to go here. It's magic like this that's made your hair grey. Doesn't do your health any good supporting Manchester City. A minute to go now. I take winning 1-0 all the time, if I'm honest. It's just you want it to be comfortable. Just saves you the anxiety. I'm sure the players out there fully believe that they can hold on and keep this at 1-0. They'll firmly believe that they can do that. City love keeping clean sheets. Defensively been a lot stronger this season. City are happy to score a goal and see out a 1-0. That's what City have become. It's just, as a fan, doesn't do you your health any good in that happening. As we've got 20 seconds to go here of normal time. City now got the ball inside the Brighton half. Referee did get in the way there, but because Man City have kept hold of the ball, he doesn't blow his whistle. City clear their lines. Down to the left-hand side. It's going to be picked up by the Brighton keeper, and he's going to wallop it clear straight out of play for a throw-in just inside the Brighton half as we do go into added on time. And there's only 3 minutes now. 3 long minutes for Manchester City to see out here. I'm sure Brighton, that clock will be going way too quick for them as Graham Potter grits his teeth, the Brighton manager. Still in this game, 1-0 to Manchester City. Can City see it out? We're through 20 seconds of the 3 minutes added on here. Now's a good time for City to make a sub, waste a bit more time. Can City take and hold out this 1-0 victory? Jesus driving. Had a bit of a quiet time since coming on. Not really mentioned his name too much. Brighton get themselves a throw-in just on the outside of their penalty area. So they've got 2 minutes here. I think the keeper... It's a penalty! Penalty Manchester City. Keeper's had a really good game. Poor bit of keeping. De Bruyne just nips ahead of the keeper. I thought the keeper was just going to collect the ball relatively comfortably there, Sanchez. And De Bruyne just nips ahead of him and gets to the ball. Keeper makes the contact, goes down, penalty given. All that from the rushed throw-in and trying to head it back. Yeah, penalty every day of the week. De Bruyne does get there. Goalkeeper looks very frustrated. Brings down De Bruyne. Penalty every day of the week. And a chance here for my prediction of 2-0 Manchester City to be right. My prediction of De Bruyne to score as well, so I'm going to presume it is De Bruyne taking this. Or is it Raheem Sterling? It looks like Raheem Sterling's going to be taking it. That's a surprise. Raheem Sterling's feeling confident. Just come on for Manchester City. Can he get back in and amongst the goals? It's Raheem Sterling up against Sanchez to kill this game off. 1.5 minutes left. Penalty to Manchester City to double our advantage. Sterling against Sanchez. Whistle goes. Sterling now. And he skies it! Would you believe it? A terrible, terrible penalty from Raheem Sterling. All power, no accuracy. He just puts his foot. That's an awful penalty. We've gone back to the bad... That's a terrible penalty. It's not even just over the bar. It's miles over the bar. That's a really bad penalty. Really bad penalty. And Man City now, Raheem Sterling rugby tackled Brighton's player to the ground as possibly the last opportunity of the game. So City have just missed their opportunity to seal the game and double their advantage, make it 2-0, game, set and match. Brighton now have a free kick inside the City half to put that ball into the box. Back to squeaky bum time. I've not even got time to take a drink here. All action. I imagine there'll be an extra minute added on with the penalty there. What an opportunity let slip by Man City. Will it be made to rue that? The keeper goes forward for Brighton now. They sense that this is going to be last chance saloon. I felt like De Bruyne should have been taking the penalties. De Bruyne's a good penalty taker. Ball goes into the box. The header won by Manchester City. Can they win the second ball? That's the importance part. Raheem Sterling fighting hard. Keeps hold of it. De Bruyne pulled out of a challenge. Brighton keep hold of the ball. They need to put a ball into the box. De Bruyne pulls the player to the ground. De Bruyne just whacks the ball clear now. And I think the full-time whistle has gone. And it has finished. Manchester City 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 0 in the Premier League. Anything but fluent from Manchester City. It hasn't been a good performance at all. However, we have won this game. We have got the 3 points. And so, from that point of view, it is job done. Certainly lots for Man City still to think about in the games going forward, such as Raheem Sterling not taking penalties. That would have done his confidence a world of good scoring. Instead, now his confidence... yeah, we need to be working on penalties in training. Phil Foden will feel good getting his goal, the only goal to have won this game. Solid performance from Manchester City at the back, keeping another clean sheet. John Stones and Ruben Dias keeping them clean sheets. They love clean sheets. Their hobby is clean sheets. They live and breathe clean sheets, and it's another clean sheet for them today. It did look a bit rocky at the back for City. It didn't look solid. Looked like it could have been got at. Brighton in the end didn't have the quality to make it happen. Brighton a lot stronger in that second half than they was the first half. City though mustered up enough opportunities in my opinion to have scored at least 2 goals, so they need to be working on putting that ball back into the back of the net and also having a good look at them penalties as well. So we're going to have a look at the stats for this game, draw up our conclusions, and I've got plenty of things to be getting on with, so I'll more than likely end in the live stream relatively early. So let's have a look at the stats for this game. So Manchester City have ended up having 65.5% possession compared with 34.5% possession for Brighton. 5 shots for Brighton, 1 on target. That volley the only save for Ederson to make all game. 15 shots for City, 6 on target. Well, got a goal. Should have had 2 with that penalty there. But it does... Man City win the game, so I can't complain too much. Both sides having 3 shots apiece off target, 6 block shots for City, 1 for Brighton and Hove Albion. City's pass completion rate at 90.5%, whereas Brighton's at 78%. City created 3 clear-cut opportunities compared with Brighton's none. Brighton had 4 corners in this game, Manchester City had 8. Both sides had 2 offsides apiece. Tackle completion rate for City at 60%, Brighton's at a very decent 72%. Aerial duels at 60.9%, won by Manchester City. Brighton's at 39.1%. Ederson, like I said, had 1 save to make, 5 saves for the Brighton goalkeeper Sanchez to make. Yellow cards, 2 for Brighton, none for Manchester City. I thought Brighton were maybe lucky for... I can't remember his name now. I'll get his name up anyway. I thought he was lucky to stay on the pitch there, taking out a cynical foul on Manchester City later in the second half, considering he already had a yellow card. I felt like the referee was lenient there not to send him off, didn't want to send him off. Veltman, that's the one, that thought he was lucky to stay on the pitch in the end. So there we go. Is De Bruyne with the assist. It's Phil Foden with the goal. City once again making only 2 substitutions and Man City missing a penalty as well. So we're back to that again. Yeah, professional win from Manchester City. Definitely, though, job done for this game, which is always good to see. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go on to the One Football app once more. And I know they do live league tables, so I want to have a look at the live league table for this game and see where Manchester City are in the Premier League. So in terms of the live league table right now, Man City with a game in hand are currently 3rd in the Premier League, so we're into a Champions League position, which is good. We're level on points with Leicester and Everton. Everton's currently sitting in 5th on 7 plus goal difference. Leicester on plus 10 goal difference. Man City on plus 12 goal difference. That's why we're currently sitting in 3rd place. We're only 1 point behind Liverpool with a game in hand on Liverpool as well. And we have got Liverpool coming up soon at Anfield. Liverpool's next game is against Manchester United in the Premier League. So yeah, that's a very interesting game that's going to be happening at Anfield at the weekend, and that is just before the Manchester City game. I think we've got Crystal Palace, which will be our next live watch-along. So today you have got Spurs taking on Fulham as an 8:15 PM kickoff time for the Premier League, and you've also got Arsenal taking on Crystal Palace on Thursday. Like I said, on Sunday, the 17th of January, you do have Liverpool taking on Manchester United at 4:30 p.m. on Sunday, GMT, and Manchester City kicking off at 7:15 p.m. GMT for our match against Crystal Palace at home. Another, in my opinion, winnable fixture for us. So we will be going live at 6:45 p.m. GMT for that. So I will see everyone again for that live watch along. So, I want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for tuning in for this live watch along of the Manchester City versus Brighton Premier League match. You've all absolute legends. You've all absolutely smashed it. So thank you very much for that. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new around here and you are enjoying the content. We are aiming for 15,000 subscribers. I was hoping to hit 14,900 before the live stream ended. We've fallen only 3 subscribers short, so I will refresh it just before I leave this live stream to see if we hit it. So if there's 3 people out there that are currently watching this that haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. Let's get that to 14,900. Let's get that live subscriber count counting along, and let's make that march towards 15,000 subscribers, which we can hopefully hit very, very soon. 15k loading, that is what we're wanting. And thank you very much, JJ11, for tuning in. Thank you, that Cardiff City fan, for tuning in as well with all your thoughts here. It's been much appreciated, and thank you for the kind comment there. So much appreciated. I'm just waiting for it to tick over on my YouTube studio. Once it's ticked over on there is when it's what's linked up with the live stream for it to change over. More than likely at some point over the next 12 hours, by the time I wake up tomorrow morning, it'll more than likely already be on 14.9k, ready for that 15k march right at the end. Leave a thumbs up on this live stream if you did enjoy this video or live stream as well. Social media links in the description below and also on the banner below me if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below and on the banner too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we will be back again for another watch along on Sunday, 6:45 p.m. GMT. We'll be going live for the 7:15 p.m. GMT kickoff for the Manchester City game at home against Crystal Palace. I'll see you all there. I'm sure a lot of people already watch my daily Manchester City transfer updates too, so I will see you all again tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. And if you haven't already watched today's transfer update, go and watch it. Is an interesting one. We'll have another interesting one out for you guys again tomorrow. We're on the big grind in January. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Thank you very much, Dad. I do appreciate it. We'll do one last refresh and see if we've hit the big 14,900 or not. Doesn't matter if we haven't. We'll just go and get it again. Oh, we're 1 away! Oh, how devastating. We are 1 subscriber away. If you haven't subscribed, somebody subscribe. If you haven't already, subscribe. Let's get that 14,900. Let's tick that over. I want that ticked over. We're not leaving until we get that 14,900. Good catch. Caught it. Drink all finished. All done. We're not leaving. We're not leaving until we hit 14,900. It's not happening. Let's do another refresh. Bam, there it is. 14,900. Let's get that sub count changed up. There we go. 14,900. We're officially 100 subscribers away from 15,000 subscribers. What a live stream. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope everyone is safe and well. Thank you everyone for the support on this live watch along and throughout the last few days, weeks, months and years as well. We all love to see that. Thank you very much, that Cardiff City fan. Thank you very much, Dad. Thank you very much, the Hot Channel as well. And we'll be back again very soon for another Manchester City video. So I've been JSGC. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. Job done. 3 points. I'll see you all again very soon. I've been JSGC. Peace. Ciao for now.